Okay. I believe you.
You do it now? Okay, cool. Episode 6. All right. Sorry.
You're fine.
I always freeze my own shit.
Me too.
Even though it's like right in front of me, I still freak out.
You're good.
Uh,
All eyes on you.
I know. Wow. Fucking. Why is the pressure on me right now? Wow. Episode 7. Wow. Damn, we're moving quickly. Episode 7. All right. If you're listening to this on Spotify, welcome back. Today we have Gabby, right?
Gabzi.
Gabzi.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Gabzi.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Gabzi.
You're good.
I thought it was Gabby this whole time. I'm sorry.
You're good.
If you're new to listening, go ahead, subscribe, like it, share with your friend, cause your boy's trying to quit his day job. Big shout out to who was I had yesterday? I had my cousin yesterday. Okay. Damn, I'm just out of it today. I'm so sorry. Big shout out to my cousin Daniela yesterday for showing up and really going out there and pushing herself to network with others. And today we're gonna have a great conversation about the pandemic and shrooms. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. A little twist today.
Hell yeah.
So start off. Grab the little clipboard.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Look at this one. Name it whatever you want.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. Now I'm on the spot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Fuck. I fucking froze. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to think of like something that was so magical that day. Oh yeah. Rainbow Strings, episode 7.
Ooh, I like that. So before we get started, how did we meet?
Oh, so on Instagram, we were networking, and I forget, I don't know if I DM'd you, you DM'd me, something like that, but we just, I don't know, we started like talking to each other, we hit it off, and then somehow we just had a photo shoot together. But what did we do before that too?
I think
Didn't we like all hang out together?
no. Oh, it was First Friday.
It was.
We were
First
supposed to meet up
Friday.
before that.
Yeah, we didn't get
Yeah,
to.
yeah. We were supposed to meet up.
Yeah.
We met up at First Friday.
I did show up though.
You did?
I did show up.
Do you
yeah.
did you enjoy the show?
I did. It was really
It's
nice.
different, right?
Yeah. It's really interesting. I just love to see like anybody like that's new or local and like support everyone, you know? Like it's really important to me.
Are you coming this First Friday?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope so. Yeah. If fuck. Hold on. Am I working? I am, but I'm going to come after I work. I don't care. I'm going to show up.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
Definitely.
It's gonna be for the culture. They're gonna have a band coming out.
I'm excited.
A lot of people are gonna show up.
Definitely.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah, because then we tried to meet up that day. Didn't work out, but we kept on talking, trying to do a collab, and then we finally picked the day. Head over to Art Haven Studio, which we're doing this here.
Yes.
And we shot here.
That was fun.
That was
really
super fun.
great. And thank you for that too, because, you know, as somebody that's doing, you know, getting into it and it's new for me, like the experience is great and getting that experience was awesome with you too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then that was during the pandemic season.
Yes.
It was a definitely tough time for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I got eye contact. I like that. Yeah, definitely tough time for hard people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Can I say that? No, I'm not gonna say that. It might be offensive to some people.
Maybe it was a good thing.
Yeah, because during pandemic season, a lot of people lost their jobs, a lot of people lost lives, and prayers go out to other people who are struggling through that. And then the other side of it, people that doesn't even affect them at all. Either depending on their job, they kept on working long hours every day, 7 days a week plus.
Oh yeah.
And they get exhausted from it, or it was a whole bunch of different things going through that. And how was your experience during that during the pandemic?
Actually terrible. Like I sheltered myself completely because I'm such a like extroverted person and I like to be out there and be out with my friends. Like I would go out constantly before the pandemic. Like we'd go everywhere. We'd go to live events. I'd try to go and sing, you know, like anything that we could do, we'd go. seeing a movie. Like, it didn't matter. I'd go to a park. I'd want to be outside. So when this happened, I just felt like very secluded from the world. But then, like, my anxiety hit.
Ooh.
And it was so bad to the point where I just kind of I was crying every day, you know, and I'm a super emotional person, and I'm okay with that. And I think it's really important to be that way, because what are what's emotions for? You know, if you're not going to be upset, if you're not going to be happy, you're not going to be angry, like, you need them. So
I mean, we have them, might as well use them.
Exactly. So my anxiety was fucked up, and it was to the point where my heart rate was at 127 constantly, like from the morning I woke up to the moment I went to bed.
You monitor that?
Yeah, I was monitoring it like
What?
daily, because it was that bad. I was like, dude, like, I need to go like get checked. I need to go to fucking urgent care. But then I'm like, you know, every time I go to fucking urgent care, to be honest with you, they don't do anything for you,
You're
right?
just waiting.
So I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do to like get myself to feel more relaxed again, and to just be grounded, and like, what can I do at this point? Because, you know, like, I smoke some marijuana, and it's nice.
Yeah.
I love it, but I don't want to use it as a crutch. I always like try to remind people, like, don't let that like take away from your creativity. You know, you can use it,
right,
but don't use it as a crutch, like, really.
Like a cigarette type of thing.
Exactly.
Hey,
so it was like, it never really occurred to me, like, oh, shrooms. Then I was like, you know what? I should try that. You know, I've heard so many wonderful things about it, and I started reading about it. My boyfriend started talking to me about it too, and we were just like, you know what? I think it's something that we need to experience together and separately. So I was a chicken shit. I'm not even kidding you. I got them, and then like 3 months later, I didn't even take them. That's how long it took me. Finally, he was like, hey, babe. And I was like, yeah.
It's time.
He's like, it's time. And I was like, okay, you're right. Because my anxiety was off the fucking chains. Like, I was anxious, and then on top of it, I was projecting like aggression onto people. And that was the point where I was like, okay, dude, like, Gabzi, you got to stop this shit. You're being fucking mean to people, and you're not even treating them well at this point.
Right.
Like, you need to be able to respect others, and, you know, understand what your actions are doing. Be responsible for that shit, and like grow the fuck up, you know? And so it was just one of those things where I was like, I can't feel this way anymore. Like, I was crying daily. I was fucking so upset. And then on top of it, unfortunately, like, my mom got really sick at that time.
Oh, damn.
So it was COVID. You know, my dad was really like sheltered. My mom was really sick. I couldn't go with her to the, you know, doctor's appointments, and it sucked because it was like, that's all I wanted to do was support her.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even fucking really like physically like
be
do
there
that with her.
Yeah.
But she's a fucking champion. She's doing so great
she's doing
now.
Well now?
So amazing.
Nice.
Amazing.
That's good.
She's
That's
in
really
remission.
good.
She's good. Like, everything just worked out. And that's why, like, I just remember we took them. I took like a nice handful, started chewing it up. I was okay. I took like a nice glass of orange juice with it, because I don't know if you've read about it, but like citrusy based things kind of give you a nicer experience.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what time it was. It must have been like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, and I was so fucking nervous. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, oh my fucking God, like, what's
just
gonna
wait
happen?
for it.
Yeah, because I really like. I knew not to startle myself, because everyone always tells me like the reason why they don't want to do it is because they're afraid that they're going to have a really bad trip. But I'm like, dude, well, if you think that way right away, what do you think's going to fucking happen?
Right.
Like, you're going to start getting negative thoughts, and you might have like negative feelings around you, or negative experiences. So you just don't know. So just go in there blindly. Try to be relaxed about it as best as you can, right?
Yeah.
And just go with it. So I remember my room is sort of like this. There's all these different neon colors, which I love. And then I have a lot of different like art and visual on my wall, and I like posters.
Right.
So I have a lot of artists on my wall, like Led Zeppelin, and my friends like have drawn paintings that I've put on my wall too. So all I remember specifically, it's like 15 minutes in, and I'm sitting right on the bed. I'm sitting on the floor, like, kind of next to my bed, like leaning on it. And I'm like, holy fuck, babe. My shoulders, like, fell to the fucking floor.
Damn.
And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Is this, like, what relaxation feels like? Is this what peace is like? And I just kind of, like, had to take it in for a second. I got so overwhelmed that I didn't even know what I was feeling at that moment.
It was just a really good, good feeling all around.
Euphoria, like actually euphoria.
No way.
And I looked at my carpet and it was like sort of like moving like a little like ocean. And then the paintings were moving like all over the place. And I'm like, one thing I told myself, do not fucking touch your phone. Yeah. Don't touch your phone. Don't get into it. Like you're going to get like too like.
Right. And once you're in there, it's a different.
It's it. Yeah, that's it. And it might freak you out too. Like I don't want like something to like pop out at me. And I just remember I wanted to put on some music. So I have my little plasma in the corner. It's kind of like a man cave in my room.
Nice.
And I have my speakers like on my Bluetooth and I just turn it up as high as I can. And my boyfriend puts a playlist on and just like all different like varieties on. And like for some reason, then that causes me like more anxiety. And I'm like, oh, fuck, babe. Like I can't do the music for some reason.
Kind of, so different varieties, kind of like techno, jazz.
It was more like just like going from like pop to like alternative.
Oh, okay.
And I was like moving to like all like.
So just literally just different genre, like jumping.
Yeah, and it just wasn't making my heart feel good. Okay. So then I got a little more anxious and I was like, no, I can't do that. Yeah. So he's like, let's do like piano or something. So we'd put like a nice like piano playlist on for pretty much, I don't even know, like 8 fucking hours. Of the time that I was tripping. And it was amazing. But on top of that, all I remember is like I was completely naked. I was dancing in my room like a ballerina naked, and I was just feeling it like a little fairy running around. And it was amazing because I didn't give a fuck about anything.
Right.
And I remember clearly before my boyfriend asked me before I took the shrooms, he was like, how do you feel about people? And I was like, man, I fucking hate people. Like they're so... And I'm like, no, you know, like, and then when I was tripping, he was like, Gabs, like, how are you feeling now? I was like, oh my God, I love people. And it just like hit me, you know, it's like a different thing. 'Cause it's so hard to explain. I don't even know how to explain it, but like, we're all connected, sincerely, like with everything that was moving around me. I'm like, holy shit. I felt everything. And it was so intense that I just had to ground myself for a minute. So there was a moment. And I don't think I'm ever going to forget this moment. I think this is kind of like what made me open up and like let go. I was fully naked, crouched in a fucking fetal position like a little egg. Like think of you holding yourself. Yeah. And I was like hugging myself and I saw the tree of life moving from like my legs throughout my entire body. And I just got like, I saw like my hair's like standing and I got the chills and I remember my eyes were closed and tears were just streaming down my face. And I didn't even know I was fucking crying. It was just kind of like everything, like I just let go of everything. And something in the universe told me that everything was going to be okay with my mom. Yeah. Everything was going to be okay going forward. Like I just needed to let it be and relax. And it was like a breathtaking experience because all I wanted to do was have my eyes closed. The visuals with my eyes closed was actually more beautiful than when my eyes were open on the trip. I was seeing like geometrical shapes and every single color of the rainbow.
While your eyes were closed?
While my eyes were closed. And like, do you know who Alex Gray is?
Nope.
He is like a beautiful visual art. I mean, he does so much art and he was you know, in his 20s, and he was pretty much a suicidal man. And when he took, you know, a bunch of drugs, right. It changed his life. Like it just, you should see the art that he creates in the paint, like what he can paint. And he's actually does a lot of stuff for Tool. So if you like the band Tool, look at some of their album covers. Like that's the kind of stuff that I was like actually seeing when I was on my trip.
Maybe you're gonna meet that guy one day.
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
I would love it.
That'd be hella cool. That'd be super cool.
That would be incredible. Oh my gosh. But it was and that's the thing too. Like when my eyes were closed, it's like there were purple waterfalls and white butterflies and just like the most incredible things I can't even express to you. I mean, it was just like insane. And then my guitar caught my eye in the corner. And the guitar strings were rainbows. Like they were actually like, you know Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
It literally looked like that. Like they were shooting out and it was like a beautiful rainbow. And I was like, oh man, I just wanted to hold my guitar. That's all I wanted to do is like hug my guitar because I couldn't really actually do anything.
Right.
Like I just wanted to touch everything. I was rubbing everything, like touching my arms.
It's just like a whole new vibe.
It was just completely different. And I remember I had like all of my Crayola pencils. I was like, I just got to write shit down. And I wish I would have brought that paper. But after I was off of my trip, all I remember was looking at this paper and it says just like, let it be, let go. Like everything's going to be okay. I was like, how cute is that? Like that I could just have that like little reflection for myself, you know? And I think it's so important. I mean, I don't condone anybody to go, you know, just go and do it. But if you want to go do that, you know, and whatever makes you feel better for your anxiety, you know, do that for you.
Yeah.
But
do it safely.
Yeah, do it safely. And don't force yourself to do anything that you don't want to, obviously. But, you know, it was just a tremendous experience. And I will really like cherish those moments. I couldn't believe some of the things that I was feeling. And honestly, too, I'm not going to lie, like there were some weird sensations that I started to feel like at the end of the trip. It wasn't necessarily like great.
It was like coming down from it?
Exactly.
Okay.
In what I mean by that was it's not the fact that like that, you know, I felt bad, but there were things around me that I felt that were like coming to me and I had to shoo them away. So I actually said out loud, like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Like, don't
I don't need that shit. Get out of here with that.
Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Like, I didn't want any of that bad energy. And there were like purple onis that I was seeing, you know, some like weird like faces and weird figures. And I had to like shoo them away because that was a little odd. But I think it's just kind of telling you like, hey, like, don't let that shit like get to you.
Right.
Let it be. Like I said, like just let it be. Like Beatles were so fucking right about that. No, it's true. So if you ever have the chance and you want to, you know, enjoy it. It's really beautiful. And after that happened, my heart rate back to normal. I have not had an anxiety attack since.
Since that.
Since.
Wow.
Yeah.
Only took you. You bought it and it took you another 3 months. And then, and then you finally did it. That was good, but honestly, it does take time because it's definitely a different experience.
Yeah.
It's not made for everyone.
No, it's not.
And you took the chance. And plus you had someone. Yeah, were you with your boyfriend?
Absolutely, yeah.
He was there to make sure everything went smooth.
Absolutely, yeah. And that was what was wonderful about it because then like after he was with me, he was my trip sitter. Okay. And he, you know, he took some too and he was relaxing with me, but he had a completely different experience than I did. So I can't speak for him, but I think it's incredible to have these experiences with the people that you love. Oh, and you know what? I can't forget this. I called every single person, like, kind of like in between my trip. Yeah. And I was just like, I love you. I just want you to know how much you mean to me. Like I video called one of my best friends and she had a fucking third eye on her forehead. And like, I don't know if any other people experience how fucking crazy how crazy that was, but it was just visual. Like I kept seeing so many things, like a little wizard. Like I had curtains by my window and he looked like Dumbledore with the fucking like wand. So I was just seeing like super cool like imagery and I thought that was really cool to, you know, just take in because, you know, reality, we're right in front of each other, but there's so much more around us. And that's what I mean by like, we're all connected, literally. And with like the guitar, it's wood, it's a live instrument. That's why we always have to get it like retuned. That's why we need to make sure that the neck doesn't crack. You know, like it's a live thing in our hands.
Technically, you gotta take care of the instruments. They'll take care of you in the long run.
Exactly.
That's good. I'm glad you really had a great experience on shrooms.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
That would be really cool. I never done it before. I'm too scared for that. I'm not ready for that life.
It's, you know, like I said, whenever it's ready, whenever it's the right time for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, cool. That's really great. Who was like your favorite artist that influenced you?
Oh my goodness. There are so many artists that have really impacted my life, but I think, oh man, that's such a hard question. Because they're also just like groups too and bands, but
they count.
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin.
I love Led Zeppelin.
Why?
there's just something about them on stage, like their performance and the way that they all entertain and they can kind of come together, because a lot of their music wasn't originally theirs. You know, they did covers of other people's music, but somehow they were able to bring it to life and make it their own. And I really respect that. And another artist would be Linda Ronstadt. She was fucking, oh my God, dude, like incredible. And I think that her voice is just timeless. And
you can just listen to it all day.
Every day. Because she did every single fucking genre. And that's what I respect. Like, I think that it's really, really important to hit on the fact that every artist is going to start somewhere, right? But, you know, you're going to have people that are going to dislike whatever you do. And it's like, okay, well, she started off with this acoustic kind of style. Now she's doing this electric dance type stuff. Well, yeah, because you have to venture into different things.
Just try to see what works, what doesn't work. Exactly. And if it does work, keep it going. And then once you master it, try something new, add to it, subtract to it, and just keep pushing through it. Any local artists that you look up to? You know,
I really love Lena Dre.
Yeah.
She's such a sweetheart, and I really love her music too. She's always going out there. She commits. That's what I appreciate about like people out that just go out there, love what they do, and they don't care about what anybody says about them. And she's one of those people, and I really appreciate and respect her art. She's really cool, dude.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. Led Zeppelin. He's a great. Are they going on tour by any chance or no? Are they
retired?
No,
it's more like Robert Plant. He does more like solo stuff, and then he'll kind of get together with other musicians, and they'll do Led Zeppelin music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. I wish they did though. I really do.
Yeah.
It would be amazing. I did see Black Sabbath though.
Ooh, how was
incredible. Oh my God, amazing.
Front row seats or what?
No, it was at the Sam Boyd Stadium.
Okay.
So it was the Slipknot and Black Sabbath
one?
The Knot Fest. Ozfest meets Knot Fest.
You went to that?
Yeah, 2014. It was my birthday. I had to go.
Are you going to the next Slipknot one?
I would love to.
Me too.
Yeah, I fucking love it. They did their what the fuck was it? They were celebrating their album, and they were wearing their orange jumpsuits for that performance. That was fucking amazing.
I think it was the second album. I think it was sub. Hold on, I got Spotify.
Yes, before we fuck this up.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck that up. Yeah.
It was incredible. Well, for that performance, there was fucking fire pits.
With Black Sabbath, is that the one with they had a corn?
Oh no, that's Ozzy Osbourne.
That's the Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, Ozzy. Well, Dio also did some stuff too back in the day, but then unfortunately passed away. His voice was incredible too. He was great.
It's this one. All I got is the Slipknot 10th anniversary edition.
That was it. Yep. Oh, dude, that was fucking crazy. It was wild. It's cool.
I went to that one with Korn, and then me and one of my closest friends were like, dude, we gotta go in the mosh pit. That's the only way to enjoy the show. We went to the mosh pit. We pre-gamed. We got drunk in there. We fucking mosh pit. I got hit in the face.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it was okay. It was worth it.
Okay, good.
It was worth it. You're getting in the mosh pit, you're going to get hit. It is what it is.
True that.
But it was so much fun. Lost my voice. And then I had to go to work the next morning, knowing I got to be there at 6:30. Like, and then when I went to work, they're like, dude, what's wrong, man? Like, dude, I went to a Slipknot concert. I told you guys.
Right.
I told you guys. I was like, I couldn't talk. Everything hurt. It was fun. I'm a big fan. I wish I could go to the one that's coming up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Cool, that's crazy. I'm glad you had a really great time with that.
Thank you. I'm glad that you had a great time too.
I did. Let's talk about the one track you just released called Dreams. How was that?
It was amazing because it just kind of came out of the blue and it was like perfect timing. You know, like I was kind of getting to that point where I was like at a writer's block, and you know, I've been doing a lot of my own originals, but I've been working on them myself and recording them, and it's taking time. You know, it takes a lot of time, but this guy just kind of came out of nowhere, and the same thing, you know, his name is Cohen, and I really hope I'm pronouncing that right because we've never met in person, but he's from the Netherlands, and he directs,
How do you guys met?
On Instagram? On Instagram,
wow.
Yeah. He direct messaged me.
That's a whole...
That's a...
Oh. Sorry. That's a whole nother side. That's crazy.
No, it's pretty cool. And I was honestly like okay, yeah, like this is
why not?
great.
Go with it.
Let's do it. So he was like, would you like to do a track of a rendition of Fleetwood Mac's Dreams? And I was like, yeah, I would love to, because I love Fleetwood Mac, you know, and if you've ever been a fan, they have beautiful music.
Yeah.
Every fucking song off of the Rumors album, I would just, mwah.
It was good.
So good, yeah. So I just was like, oh my God, of course. You know, who doesn't want to track a Fleetwood Mac song? But I knew, you know, as somebody doing somebody else's music, I have to make it my own.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking sound exactly like, you know,
Your own
Stevie
version.
Nicks, of course. So I was like, you know what? He was like, let's do this EDM. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do that, you know? Let's do something different, because I've never done an EDM track before. And I thought, you know, fuck yeah. So what was really brilliant about the entire thing is that we were both able to work separately. We didn't even
Never met.
We weren't even together.
That's crazy.
So
That's a great collab.
yeah,
That's a
so-
very interesting collab.
yeah.
I wish that'd be cool if you guys would like record your guys yourself,
oh, I know.
like the whole experience, like him and his side, and you over here.
I
Just
know.
like
I do wish that we could. Yeah, that would have been really awesome, because honestly, like it was just a pleasure, like being able to record in my own home and in my little studio that I've been able to create for myself.
That's
and
so cool.
And just being able to bounce these tracks back, and it was incredible. It was a really great experience. And he was like, hey, would you mind if I sent this, you know, to a label and see if they're interested? And I was like, well, of course, you know,
Do it.
if that's possible, of course, let's do
Right.
it, you know? And he's like, all right, well, you know, hopefully we'll hear back. And then there's this little label out in New York. They're called Magic Music, and they were all down for it. So we, you know, put it directly on Spotify, and it's on YouTube, and it's under Cohen Fagan and Gabzi. So it's really, really cool, and we're really proud of it. And just this, like, last morning, I think it hit 470K.
Wow, hell yeah,
I'm
that's
just
so
like,
cool.
holy shit, like, what the fuck?
That's so cool.
So it's just a pleasure, and I feel humbled and like overwhelmed in a sense, because like for my first release ever, to have such a response like that, I really appreciate it.
That's a
know?
really great
It's
positive
like,
response.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like it made me cry, you know, because it's just like it feels so. I feel so proud to be able to put something out there and know that people are being able to stream it and listen to it, because it is so important to myself, and I'm sure other artists. Like if people are streaming your things, that's such an important thing, because you know that people want to hear it. And when I see that, I'm like, holy shit, like it really does make a difference. It makes me so inspired to continue writing or continue, you know, singing, and just inspiring.
Just keep pushing yourself to the next level and
Connect.
Do you have like another single coming out?
Yeah, I'm working on one. We're actually doing another rendition. It's going to be a song that Madonna did.
Ooh.
And
which one?
It's called Sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
So we're going to see how that goes. And then I'm doing some originals right now. So I'm going to be releasing a song called Perfect. I did something a while back with it that I needed to refresh. So I'm doing a full on release on that, because I just think I'm too proud to not put it out there.
Oh, you're right. That was a really good track that you did.
This one is something that I just feel like really needs to be
out there in the world.
Yeah.
Nice. Is it like EDM type of music?
No, it's full on acoustic. This one's going to be completely raw, and nice. I think it was a time in my life where I didn't feel valued as a human being, and it was a song where I wrote within a minute or two. It just kind of like came
to you naturally, then boom.
And it meant a lot. So I really hope that this means, you know, a lot to other people, and, you know, people can connect to it with me. So
nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that one.
Thank you.
I call dibs on the video if you do it.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'd love you to. I'd really love you to, sincerely. It'd be amazing.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So we got to recap. Dreams came out. It's on Spotify. Let's see here. Oh, well, that was it. Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm proud of myself. This one's really cool.
Oh,
yesterday was a little rusty, but today a lot better. High five.
Thank
That's
you.
great. Thank you
Appreciate
for coming out. I really do appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you too.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me, and I'm just glad that like we were able to connect this way.
Yeah.
This is what I love, you know. It's important as artists, like whether we connect through social media or we're together, like we got to get together and
1,000.
do the live events and perform.
Definitely. So. It's just baby steps to success. You just got to keep pushing and eventually commitment. Commitment. You just got to keep on pushing, and then eventually we'll get to where we want to be. Oh, are you going to start vlogging?
I would love to. Yeah, I want to start vlogging with my corgi Teddy.
You should.
Yeah.
That's your dog, right?
Yes.
That's corgi. So tiny.
He looks like a little churro.
Okay.
I call him a short stack
'Kay.
because he literally has
Little
the shortest legs.
Like little tiny dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. That'd be cool if we start vlogging.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about that? On vlogging as a artist, you like, because I know like a couple artists, rappers, and stuff like that. We know we kind of need to get our faces out there in a way, depending on how comfortable you are with the camera.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, as an artist, if I was like a rapper or something, I would be vlogging the journey of it just to build a really good
that connection.
with the fans. But some people doesn't do it, and some people do. But like, what's your thoughts on that? Like,
you know, for me, I think you don't have to. Sometimes I think it's really cool not to see anything, and then like you just see somebody. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, where did that come from, right? But then I do think it's really beautiful to see the process. So I think it depends on like the project that you're specifically working on and how you're feeling about it. But I do think that I'm the type of person where like if I have the advantage to do it and the privilege to, then do it and show the process of like how you create. And I think it's really important to like, even if it's not what you're doing or how you're creating it, like even what you're doing as a normal human being,
like
making breakfast,
and
just
your day,
up
about your
and,
day,
starting
ready.
the day. So I think it's really nice. I think because it shows someone's personality and it gets to show, you know, the vulnerability of like who you are. And it's very authentic because you can't, like, if you fuck up, like, you're gonna fuck up. You're a human being.
It's part of life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I like that. That was a really good response. That was really good. Yes. All right. Thank you guys for listening. If you are new to the podcast, feel free to subscribe, like, and share with a friend. And then if you want to see it on YouTube, head over to the YouTube Searcyproductions. All episodes are out there, and thank you. That was really good. Yeah? Cool. Yeah, I need your approval. Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes.
I really